everybody, Y here with the Burgs Run, and I am just getting started on the Beauty and the Beast canvas for my third canvas for July Paintalong Disney. And I want to show you how I set it up. So hold on a second, let's zoom you out. Okay, so I found a foam roll and I rolled the bottom of the canvas up. And I'm going to work from the top down, which is odd for me. I usually work from the bottom up. And then I can, when I get to the bottom of it, I can roll the top of it around this foam and make it a more manageable canvas for me. Anyways, let me get started. So today was a different day. It is Wednesday, July I don't know, what is today? What is today? The 12th. Today is Wednesday, July the 12th, and I had every intention of being home all day today, but we have a conference going on this weekend, and you know how those last minute fires are. So I had to go into the office. Well, I tried to do it from home. I tried to do what they needed from home, and my printer did not want to cooperate, and so I had to go into the office. And oh, I was so not wanting to do that, but you know, we do what we have to do. And so I was able to get everything done that they wanted, and now I am home. I'm getting ready to start this beautiful canvas from Rhinestone Goddess Creation. I think. Maybe not. No, this is a large size China mail of Beauty and the Beast. And I liked it because it has all of the little characters on the bottom. The Lumiere, Hogsworth, Mrs. Potts, and Chip are at the bottom. And then, of course, it's Belle and the Beast dancing. If you didn't know that this is my all-time favorite movie in the world. It is my favorite movie. So, of course, when I saw this canvas, it's a 50 by 70. It has 30 colors. There are no special drills. It is just 30 colors of Beauty and the Beast. So, like I said, I'm going to start at the top. The canvas came and it was very kinked. You can still see a little bit, but so someone shared with me a tip for being able to flatten your canvas. So I did that and I tried to videotape it. So I'll put a clip of that video in right here. I am doing something really different today. I am trying to flatten my canvas, and I'm going to do it with a damp cloth and an iron, a very light, not a hot iron. But I think I want to put some kind of protective coating. This is you'll see from this pillowcase that I've used this before for pressing things. All right, so now I'm going to just apply some pressure to the damp back of the canvas. I have this on very low heat, but I'm hoping that it will. There are no creases in the glue. The creases are only in the canvas from sitting for a long time. Like, who knows how long it's been sitting in the warehouse, right? So I'm sorry if the camera is moving while I'm doing this. I actually have the camera sitting on the ironing board. here from where it was folded. That's before I got it. Well, I think that's the best I'm going to get it. So if you look now, the creases seem to be disappeared. Look at that. Look at how flat that canvas is now. Oh my goodness. So my dog did not like that I got the ironing board out. And if any of you iron and have an ironing board, you know that the noise that that can make when you open it, it scared my little guy, and he felt like he was trapped in the craft room. And the first chance he got, he was flying out the door. So, so my dog doesn't like the ironing board. That's okay. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to iron. So then I made some cover minders today. And by making cover minders, I mean that I glued magnets to already hold on. Okay. I glued magnets to some resin pieces that I ordered. So I didn't actually make the resin pieces, but here's one of them. The little paw print sucker or ice cream. How cute is that? Anyways, the magnet just fell off of that one. So I don't know how good of a job I did making these magnets, but I'll put a clip of that in here now. Hi everybody, Y here with the Burgs Run, and I'm going to make sorry I'm eating while I'm doing this. I'm going to do something a little different today. And I'm going to bring you along with me. So I ordered some resin shapes. I'm going to make some cover minders. I have candy pieces, paw suckers, and I have cupcakes. I have my trusty old cheapy glue gun, lots of glue, a drip tray. Of course, it's Mickey and Minnie, right? And I have a variety of sizes of magnets. I use the magnets in, my goodness, I have so many different sizes. But I use these magnets in junk journal. So I do magnetic closures. So here are just a few of my different magnets. But I use them actually with paper crafting. And I thought, won't those make cute cover minders? So I purchased the little resins for that reason and that reason only. So I will bring you back when I'm actually in the process. Right now I need to finish my lunch. See you in a minute. Okay, so I'm back and I have made a couple already. Only simply because I didn't bring you back immediately because I made one special for another YouTube creator and I didn't want her to see it. So it's a gift. I didn't want her to see it. So all I'm doing is putting some hot glue on here and two magnets. One that will stick to the bottom and the other one that can slide off. Super, super easy. Just drop a little bit of glue. Be careful, the glue is hot when you do this. It does cool off rather quickly, so you need to place your magnets as soon as So as soon as you take the heat away from your glue dot or glue dab, whatever you want to call it, and then push pretty hard, and then just leave them to cool completely. I'm using 10 by 1, 10 millimeter by 1 millimeter magnets. They're pretty small. That one did not go in the center, so maybe I'll keep that one for myself. So they are very small. If I can pull them apart here. Here's what they look like. That is about 70 magnets. So you just pull 2 of them because then you know that they're in the right direction. Put your glue dot in the middle of your resin or whatever it is that you are trying to put this on and just push it. Actually, was that the same one I used? Nope, it's not. This is the 8 by 1, so it is smaller. Here is the 10 by 1 millimeter. That's okay. It's not a problem. So I'm going to move these over onto a magnet where they can stay while I work on the other ones. So my candy pieces are done. How quick was that? See, you can hear how strong that magnet is. Okay, now moving on to the cakes. All right, there are the cakes. There we go. All right, so again, I'm going to go ahead and pull my magnets off. Here. So that they work ready. So 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's go back over. There we go. Now we're going to do the same process. Glue dot, push your magnet down. The reason auto is you can use auto in the first one. You have glue on the face. Because I don't really anyway, I'm actually going to pretty much everything here. So I'm going to go that's the deal. All right, so we're going to use. So you guys know making here, but all you need to do with this is really making resin, and that's what it's not bad. And I add a little stick. Right. What's cool there? Glue strings pull off. They pull out. Not as strings. I can get like 6 right on this wall. All right, 2 more now. Pause. I can call them key pause. So this one here. Just figure that right because everything on there. It's just a medium. Makes things work better. Keep on making small eggs because the possibly. Oh, you guys have a ball. Just walk not finished. No, so all the time. But you know, they are. Whoa, I don't know. So there's no foundation. Right. People are looking first. Do not 6. Do not. Okay, not that. Right. Oh, you're adding more. That's right. That's what we want. Except 70 small sleeves. Which I size. I'm going to be okay. So we're going to go ahead and follow it. So I have 5 and 15. Right. No, so you got me there. These are strong. First 5 these are very strong. So let's start here. Maybe less because they're smaller. I think they people do not want to do I'm really just saying, so I am. I think I'm going to go away. Next. So, since I haven't diamond painted in a couple of days, well, this makes day 2. I said to my husband last night, can you believe that I have not diamond painted at all today? Yesterday was an extremely busy day. I was training a new employee and the day just got the best of me. And when I came, I didn't get home until a couple of hours later than I normally get home. So there was no diamond painting going on here yesterday. So I did not start this yesterday. I'm going to start it right now, and I'm going to start it up here with number 7. So this one is all kitted up and ready. So let's find number 7. I did bring down a Dreamer Design, a large tray to try. It has a stopper in it so that the drills won't fall out, but I wanted to see how I could do with a larger. It has a crack in it, but the crack seems to only be at the bottom. I don't know, kind of bummed that it has a crack in it. Right off the bat, I find a drill that is too small. So that's not a good sign. Very first color, very first tray dump, and I find an irregular drill. Of course. Anyways, let's get going. So it is Wednesday. Like I said earlier, I intended to work from home. Those plans got kind of messed up. So on my way home today, I stopped because I did what I had to do and then headed back home. And so on my way home, I stopped at a Goodwill in our area, as well as the Hobby Lobby. They're in the same area. So I found a beautiful old frame. The color of the day today at Goodwill was orange. So anything with an orange tag was 50% off. And I found a very large, oh, I don't know what that was about. I found a very large, beautiful framed picture. I just want it for the frame. And the glass, 50% off. I paid $7 for it. It is absolutely gorgeous. It will probably fit my craft room chaos painting. It's that large. So I'm hoping that I can get a custom canvas or a custom mat made and just use that frame. It's absolutely beautiful. I went to Hobby Lobby because this week is 50% off of diamond painting supplies. And of course, they had the same thing in there that they've had for weeks. So nothing new. I didn't buy anything. Not interested in anything that I saw. That's pretty bad. They did have all their summer or spring shop is 70% off, and why won't this open? And wow, this just does not want to open. Okay, there we go. And their 4th of July was 90% off. I've never seen anything go to 90%. At least not at our Hobby Lobby. We live in a bougie area, you might call it. So usually this stuff is already gone. But yeah, I was really surprised. So the Mickey doormat that we bought at 40% off was now available at 90% off, and that bothers me, but that's all right. I already have it. I don't need it again, but if I was waiting for it to be 90% off, it wouldn't have happened, because that's our luck. That is our luck all day, every day. So I didn't spend very much money at the Hobby Lobby, that's for sure, which is odd for me because I can spend some money in the Hobby Lobby. They had quite a bit of clearance, but not in the diamond painting realm. The clearance that I did find was Happy Planner and scrapbooking. But I spent a total of, I think, $14. And I said to the lady, that is probably the cheapest I've ever walked out of a Hobby Lobby. $14. But boy, they sure changed the store around, and it's just very foreign to me now, even though I've been in there a few times. It's different and foreign. And they got rid of a lot of the stuff that I used for scrapbooking. So yeah, so now I have to find my stuff online. But, you know, it is what it is. They say it's a dying hobby. I love it. So, but then again, I'm old and decrepit, 1 foot in the grave, you know, that type of thing. Anyways, so I am home. The conference is going on without me this time. The hotel conference center that they're having the conference in this time is just so much walking to get from your hotel room to the elevator to the rooms that our meetings are in, and I just can't do it. I mean, it's hard on a good day when you're not injured. It is a lot of walking. So I opted not to go this time. So that being said, the building is closed. So I will, of course, check my email and answer the phone messages every day. But for the most part, I am off for the next few days. My new employee she had prior commitments for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I won't see her again until next week. So I think I'll take this opportunity to maybe clean some in my craft room. I don't know. It really totally depends on how I'm feeling. Because some days I can do things. Some days I can't do any things. I did go yesterday and renewed my handicap parking tag for my car. It expired because at this point they're just giving me temporary 6-month ones. Of course, I'm finding out here lately it doesn't even matter if you have a handicap thing. They're full when you get there anyways. So you still end up walking. It's really kind of sad because it really hurts me to walk. But, you know, we do what we got to do. So I am going to try a new wax today because the Dopey and the Mickey and Friends. Oops, I didn't want that in there. They were, oh, I can use this. They just seem to go through a lot of wax. Like I went through a lot of wax. Like I kept having to re-wax my pen. And so I'm going to try a different wax. So I'm going to go with the blue today. And I know some of it just has to do with whether it's been heated in the warm weather or cooled in the cold weather and all that kind of good stuff. But I don't have time to mess with all that. I just want a pen that works. So then I thought, well, maybe I need a new tip, but this is a metal tip, so it's not the tip. All right, let's get back to this. We are doing number 7. I'm starting at the top, working my way down. So the final thing that I'll do will be those characters, the Lumiere, Cogsworth, Mrs. Potts, and Chip. Those will be at the end because they're going to be a lot of fun, I think. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. So, what is everybody else working on? Are you still doing the Disney, or have you moved on to something else? Or oh, I got one too many that time. So today was a sad day. I have a 42-year-old cousin who went to bed Friday night and didn't wake up. and her funeral was today, but it was in Michigan, and there was no way I could make it to Michigan on such short notice, especially with the new employee starting a conference. I had to get everything together for conference, and there was just no way. But it's really so sad, and we don't know yet what she died from. They did an autopsy, but it will be weeks before they determine. So the family's not saying anything about why. They said they don't believe that drugs are involved. So I'm happy to know that she didn't overdose or something. So yeah, it's just sad. That's weighing on my heart today because I'm not there, and all my family's been on Facebook talking about how sad they are. So, yeah, 42, so young. So young. She had two little boys, and one of them's birthday was Sunday. How sad is that, to die the day before your son's birthday? And he was going to be 10. So I feel so bad for those boys. So bad. So that's weighing on my heart today. Hubby's home today working. Benson was being bad this morning, so we had to, when he starts getting really bad, we have to put a leash on him and let him drag it around. It makes him feel like he's in trouble. So today he got to drag the leash for a while. Then I left to go into the office. When I came back, he didn't have it anymore. So I said he must have turned into a good boy because he didn't have it anymore. And he seems to have calmed down some since this morning. He was just a mess this morning because I was trying to work, and my husband's trying to work, and the dog's wanting to get into everything, but he really doesn't want to get into everything. He just wants you to play with him. I mean, he is still a puppy, but oh my goodness, when we're busy and we have something to do like that, it is just very annoying for him to go grab everything you have on your desk and take off running. I keep telling myself it's a good thing he's cute, because my goodness, if he wasn't cute, I don't know if I could put up with it. I say that, but oh my goodness, I'd be devastated if he wasn't here. He's our little bundle of joy at the moment. So this looks really orange for the curtains, doesn't it? Doesn't that look really orange to be the top of the curtain? I think they're in the library, right? Isn't that where they had their dance? Or I don't know. I don't remember. The ballroom. Probably the ballroom. Because this would have been before he gets in a fight with Gaston's crew. Remember, and then he kicks everybody out. I don't know. It's such a good movie. But if you really want to think about it, it's not a very good movie. Stockholm Syndrome. I mean, he kidnaps her, holds her hostage, and then she falls in love with him. Isn't that what happens to people who get kidnapped? I don't know. And then they make her a Disney princess. I don't know. Yet they can take Splash Mountain away from us. Okay, let me not go there. Let me just not even go there. Anyways, some of the meanings behind some of the Disney movies are a little disturbing, to say the least. That being said, it is still my favorite movie ever. My next favorite movie, which is very, very much the same rags to riches, is Pretty Woman. I can watch that movie every time it comes on. So, you know how you just flipping channels on a Saturday and there it is. Well, that's where the TV stays when we go by that. The other movie that we can watch over and over and over is Pure Country with George Strait. We're not big country music people, but that's a really good movie. And it's one of those ones that when you're flipping through the channels, because there's nothing on TV, that you can just sit and watch again and again and again. So that's something more about me you didn't know. Not a country music fan, yet I love a country movie. Hmm, that's a little weird. So, another fun fact about me is that I was born near Christmas, and I came home from the hospital on Christmas Day in a giant Christmas stocking, which my mother kept for years and years and years. So it was huge, and it was mine, and uh-oh, the dog wants something, so let me go see what he wants. The little sweet boy wanted a treat. The problem is he didn't eat his breakfast, and we're kind of sticklers about no treats if you don't eat your dinner or your breakfast. So he got a very small treat instead of the one he wanted. He wants a no-hide bone, but it's now 3 o'clock and he'll fill up on that and not be able to eat his dinner, and then he didn't eat any meals today. Yeah, Mama's mean. Or he thinks so anyways. Because, we can talk to him and tell him why, and he doesn't care. He just wants the treat. Now he's going to lay on the floor and look at the treat and maybe bark at it. He's so funny. He's a silly boy. Oh, I hear him chomping. He ate it quicker than normal. What a sweet boy. He really is a sweet boy underneath all that fur. So, my son is a new dad. Their baby is 7.5 months old now. And he and his girlfriend got engaged over the weekend. So, I guess we have a wedding to look forward to. They don't live near us, so they'll probably get married without us, but that's okay. I think it's a good thing that he takes responsibility and is an adult. And he has a family to support now, and he needs to do what he needs to do right. So I'm excited for them. She is over the moon excited. So yeah, that was good news. And April dying was bad news. And so our house is full of good and bad news. Oh, you got to take the good with the bad, right? What is it, Bubba? What do you need? They're up here. Mama put them up there. Look, look, look here. What is that? What is that over there? You better go see. He knew that I got the little crunchy treats out, but he didn't know where I put them. And so he was asking me for the crunchy treats. So he likes the moist and chewy milk bones. And he likes the little teeny tiny crunchy milk bones. Well, they're not milk bones. They're some other brand, but he likes them. They're peanut butter. And so he knew that I got them out. What? What do you want? You want to come say hi? Come here. Come here. Come on. What do you want? Oh, I think he needs to go out. Hold on. So I'm not sure how much of that video actually has audio because the microphone was blinking, which means it needs to be plugged in. So I have plugged it in. So now you might be hearing the background. My husband is watching a YouTube video. And you may hear that in the background because now the whole, you do not just have the microphone near my face. So anyways, so yeah, the dog needed me. He needed to go outside, and he had to tell me all about the fact that the yard people were next door working on their yard. He doesn't like that at all. So he had to bark at them, and I would love to know what he's saying. Like, is he saying, hi guys, play with me? Or is he saying, you better stay out of my yard? The Secret Life of Pets, right? I would love to know. Speaking of that, did you see that movie, The Secret Life of Pets? I thought it was super cute. The parents came home and they had no idea that those animals were out and about all day doing what they weren't supposed to be doing. It was a cute movie. Okay, so now that I have gotten the canvas rolled onto this foam roll, it's really not that comfortable. So I may decide to do something else. Like maybe roll it enough so that it rolls down. Oh, there we go. That's an idea. So that it's down. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like that. And then it rolls down under the table. There we go. That works. Now I don't have a lump. Like one of those ergonomic mouse pads, you know, it has the lump. Only this lump was not comfortable. So that is much better. So, see, trial and error, people, trial and error. Okay, I just walked outside for just a few minutes to walk the dog, and I'm sweating. It is really, I don't know if it's humid or hot or what. I don't know. I haven't looked at a news forecast in forever, so I have no idea what the temperature is. I didn't look at the temperature gauge in my car. But it is hot. It is hot, hot. And I am sweaty at the moment. Crazy, 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 crazy. We are in the throes of summer though. July and August are the worst. Days like today, I wish we had a pool in our backyard. Because we live in a neighborhood that doesn't even have an HOA, so there's no neighborhood pool or anything like that.
So not having an HOA has its advantages. It also has its disadvantages. Advantages being we don't have to pay a fortune for amenities we don't use. But the downside, the disadvantages are we don't have streetlights. It's really dark in our neighborhood when the sun goes away. And we don't have anyone policing yards and cars, and you know, there's always that one house in everybody's neighborhood that has all the junk cars, and or you know, that one neighbor that doesn't ever mow the grass, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. If it gets too bad, the city will come in, but if it's on your property, that's yours. If you're working on a car in the street, then the city will come and intervene. But not even the city. We don't live in a city. We live in a county. There is no city limit here. We're outside of Richmond. We used to be called Richmond, but we are no longer Richmond. And which is okay, because I prefer not to live in Richmond. But yeah, so it has, well, you have your advantages and your disadvantages. So there was a car, my husband and I, if you've been around the channel long enough, you know that we are runners. I am just not running at the moment. But so we run all over the neighborhood, the surrounding neighborhoods, the surrounding neighborhoods. And so we see a lot of streets and a lot of houses and a lot of stuff. And so there was a car that had been wrecked, and they towed it and parked it in the street in front of their house. And it wasn't even parked well in front of the street, in front of their house. So it was partially in the road. And that car sat there for, I want to say, a couple of months before the city came and said, you have to get it out of here. I mean, it obviously wasn't running. It was tore up. So maybe they didn't have insurance and couldn't get it fixed or whatever, but it sat here for a very long time. And not only was it an eyesore, but it had jagged edges sticking out. I mean, it was definitely a hazard, but it sat there for a good long time before the city could intervene. I'm sorry, the county could intervene and make the homeowner do something. And then we have another house the other way from us, and they have probably 15 cars at any given time in their driveway. And for a while there, they had a car in the street with no tires on it. And because there's no HOA, it had to go through the city's or the county's timeline. So they came out and told them they had to move it, and they actually, the city sent a tow truck, and the tow truck's like, I can't move it, there's no tires on it. And I mean, it was just a whole thing. So there are disadvantages to not paying that monthly HOA fee. But you can have a pool if you want it, you can have a fence if you want it, you can fly in whatever kind of flag you want to fly, because there aren't those rules governed by your HOA. So yeah, it has its advantages and disadvantages. For us, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages because we don't do anything anything wrong. And if I want to put a fence up, I can put a fence up. If I want to put a temporary carport up, I could put a temporary carport up. Where with an HOA, you wouldn't be able to do those things. The one thing that I do wish we had was streetlights. So we went and put in timed lights. So our house is lit up like a Christmas tree. Because, I mean, you don't feel safe if you don't have lights, right? So we have floodlights in the back and to make us feel a little more secure. Because, yeah, it can be pretty dark in this neighborhood. So when people are looking for our house, look for the one that's all lit up. Because we have spotlights and all kinds of lights. All right, the number 7s are done up there. And let's do, there are a few P's up there. So let's do the P's. You would think P's would be green, right? These aren't. They're orange. A burnt orange. Alright, I didn't get a whole lot because I didn't think there was that many, but now that I look, I'm probably going to have to refill. Oops. It does help to pull the plastic down the bottom. Alright. Oh, that's cute. But it's still awfully orange for, I don't know. We'll have to see what it looks like when it's done. But I think the color is off a little. But that's okay. It is what it is, right? So I did end up finding a new Dopey canvas that I ordered off of Amazon yesterday to replace the one that I finished that I didn't really like. I know I was given some tips and tricks for how to get rid of those ghost circles, but I think I'm just going to do a new one because I can. How about that? Because I can. So, I told you that I went to the Goodwill and I purchased a very large picture with a very pretty frame in it. On it, rather. The picture, I didn't really care. I wasn't looking at the picture. I was looking at the frame. It is a professionally mounted frame that I'm going to tear apart and put diamond painting in, and then be able to hang up the beautiful craft room diamond painting in this gold frame. It's absolutely beautiful. Have any of you reframed anything from a professional mounting job? And what kind of a job do I have ahead of me? I think I'll do all right. I already have the brown paper because I have all that stuff from the junk journals. So I have the brown paper that goes on the back. It's got a really nice wire hanging system that I can just leave in place. I do have to get my husband to go and get it out of the car for me. I have 2 frames. I bought one the other day that I completely forgot was in there. It's in the trunk, and it is already, it's probably a 50 by 50 square with a mat in it already for a 30 by 30. So I just have to pull that one apart and put a 30 by 30 in it. So that one I'm real excited about. Oh no, there it is. That one I can do myself, but I have to remember to bring it in from the car because it is still in the car. But the one that my husband has to get out for me is really large. So I'm going to put it in the spare room down here, the room that my daughter and son-in-law were using. And then just lean it up against the wall for now. And then when I'm ready, I will get a custom mat made for it so that I can put the craft room in it. But I just wondered if anybody had done this that could give me any tips for how to remat or reframe from a professionally framed photo. I suppose I could probably just go on YouTube because, you know, YouTube has everything. Come on, it's got the diamond painting community. It's got all of us doing what we do. And you can find anything on the internet. But I'd really like to hear from a fellow diamond painter. Because I tend to trust what y'all have already done or tried. It makes it, because if you're anything like me, you're going to try everything and just till you decide what you like. And so if somebody else can tell me that they've tried everything and this is what I like, then that would be very helpful. So I live in a state that allows online lottery. And so the other day I got an email that if you made a $10 deposit or something, then you got X amount of free games of some game. So I did it, and I won almost $400. And so I quickly banked that money and ordered some diamond paintings. Of course I did, right? So I ordered them, I think I ordered them Saturday. But they were from a D-stash group. So I ordered from 2 different ladies in 2 different D-stash groups. And I got an email today that one of them will be here today and the other one will be here tomorrow. And then today I found another painting that I had to have. My husband is going to absolutely flip when he sees it. The problem is it doesn't come with the box. It's a Diamondart Club. It does not come with a box, and I'm a little scared about it coming to me without a box. The saving grace is if it gets flattened, I now know how to fix it. But it is kind of scary that I'm buying from somebody I don't know and they don't have a box. So we shall see. That one hasn't shipped yet. What is it, Bubba? What is it? Where's all your chewies? Where's all your chewies? Mama's not a chewy. Mama's not a chew toy. No bite. No bite. No bite. Kisses. Good boy. Good boy. Let me see if I can turn the camera so you can see this cute little guy. Oh, it won't let me. The way I have it set, it won't let me. Go get a toy. Go get a toy. Well, he wants to play, so I will let you go now. And until next time, have a fab day.